Hi everyone! Back with another solo backpacking adventure. I am in the mountains of California, somewhere near Yosemite National Park, not in the park technically, right outside of it. And I'm doing just a quick overnight trip with some pretty low mileage. We're only doing about 7 miles round total. Admittedly, I've been sick for the past week and I'm still not feeling great, but I still wanted to get out and enjoy nature because, you know, summer's coming to a close and soon these higher elevations will start getting snow, so I want to soak them up as much as I can before the snow comes. So today we're only going to hike about 3 miles, 4 miles in, tomorrow 3 to 4 miles out, and I don't have any plans to climb some tall mountain. I'm not doing anything new, just a very chill solo night of backpacking. And I think this is a good thing because I want to show you that you can backpack in a very chill way, especially if you're just getting into backpacking. I'm also starting pretty late in the day. It's already 4:30 p.m. so I have a couple of hours to get to camp and set up and cook and eat before it gets dark. So usually there's a ferry that runs across this lake and takes you to the other side, so you can skip 3 miles and get to the other end of it. However, the ferry is closed for the season. I don't know why. I didn't really plan on taking it anyway, but. Oh, if you look over there way in the distance, you can see a line of rain clouds. And on my way here yesterday I checked the weather app. There was no rain in the forecast, nothing, absolutely clear. On my way to this trailhead today, it started to rain and unexpectedly a weather system is moving through, which is pretty common in the mountains. One moment, the weather could be crystal clear, and within 5 minutes, it takes a turn for the worst. Certainly hate to be caught in a thunderstorm while hiking this rock field. There's just no coverage. Here's a great example. These rain clouds right up here to my left, almost right above me, certainly something that would be worrisome, potentially. However, I do not hear any thunder. I haven't heard any thunder, so I feel comfortable proceeding, and I'm almost to the tree line. Oh, you got a whole party.
Yeah.
Are they all yours?
Yes.
Do you take them hunting?
No, they are, especially Meadow. She's always a really good bird dog.
Really strong.
What do you mean?
Yeah, go back to
Have fun. Have a good one. You know, I have to say, I really like that it's a bit overcast and that it might rain. Now hear me out. I don't mind camping and backpacking in the rain as long as I'm able to stay dry. And in California, it's not often that we get cloudy, overcast days like this. It's always sunny and the sun is just beating down on you, so it almost feels like I'm seeing a different side of these mountains, you know? And I like it, it's pretty. It's also pretty cold, and it's starting to feel a bit like fall. This weather that I'm hiking in right now definitely reminds me of fall. Wow. Look at these views. I know I say this in every video, but how beautiful. So I'm actually coming back to this area in just a few days to do a 5-day backpacking trip. Very excited for that. I will be backpacking in Yosemite Park. And I am just so excited to see a part of Yosemite that is more remote, somewhat away from the crowds. And being in these granite mountains It's one thing to see them in pictures, but to see them in person, it's breathtaking. So this trail looks like a road, and that's because it is a road, or it was a road at one point. This was actually used for an old mining road. So you can really camp at any of these lakes on this trail, and I'm looking at this one and I'm thinking this might be a nice little spot to camp. I'm gonna walk around and see if there's a campsite that speaks to me. However, what I am paying attention to is I am going to operate under the assumption that it is going to rain tonight, so I don't want to put my tent in an area where water will pool. So this area, to me, looks like a dried creek bed or a place where water was somewhat recently existing. So I do not want to set up camp here. This is an area that will for sure start flooding immediately if it starts pouring down with any persistence. The other thing that I'm paying attention to is if it does start to rain and if a thunderstorm rolls in, I don't want my tent to be at the highest point, but I'm kind of like in a gully of sorts. You see up there, there's a lot of high ground around me, so I'm really not too worried about it. Some deer prints. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and camp right here. It looks dry. It looks like there hasn't really been any water that has come through here recently, and other places are wet with water, so that tells me that this is a pretty good place to camp. It's nice and flat, it's far enough away from the water, and I mean, you can't beat these views. And there's no one camping here at this lake, surprisingly. What a beautiful area. As much as I loved the bivvy experience, I am sleeping in a tent this time. Okay, so the dirt here is way too shallow for me to put my tent stakes in, so we are just gonna hunker this thing down with rocks. Thankfully, there is no shortage of rocks around. But because I am basically moving the natural terrain, I really want to make sure that if I am taking rocks and moving them to anchor my tent, I'm gonna need a lot of rocks to do it. But I also want to make sure that I make an effort to return the rocks to where they were, so this campsite is back in the state that I found it, which is a part of leave no trace policies. Okay, there we go. She is hunkered down with rocks, and honestly, I might add some more just to be extra sure. I'm gonna go ahead and text my contact to let them know I've made it to my location and camp is set up. And I am using my Garmin, but there's an app that Garmin has on your phone, which is really nice actually, where you can text from your phone, but it sends from your Garmin. All right, let's go ahead and get dinner started. You know the drill. We're going to walk away from the camp and have dinner a couple hundred feet away from where I'm sleeping because we are absolutely in active bear country. And especially with the bears in an area like this, where they're pretty well socialized to humans, which means they're not really afraid of people anymore. And that's the thing with these public campgrounds and popular trails, is that more than likely the bears are socialized with people. But that just means they know that they can get food from humans and they will try. Okay, I think this is the perfect spot. Okay, for dinner tonight, we have Trader Joe's garlic sauce Thai noodles. I think I forgot my camp stove. I remember setting it down and thinking, okay, I can't forget to grab this. And you know, I think I forgot to grab it. Okay, let's peek around in every single pocket. Yeah, I forgot my camp stove. Oh man. Okay, so this is a new one. This is fun. Not to fret though, because I brought so much food on this trip, and I do have a backup. I have a burrito that I was going to eat for lunch tomorrow, but I also have a lot of cheese and salami. I brought extra food. I brought more than enough food is what I'm saying. So not to fret, but whew, that is not a fun mistake. Okay, you're gonna laugh at me. I opened my Jetboil and found my stove inside of it. Please give me a break. I am sick. I don't feel well. I've had brain fog all week. I am just not with the program, but hey, we found the stove. I just played a game of hide and seek with myself, as I sometimes do. You ever hide an item from yourself? Yeah. Okay. We're just going to cover that and let that sit for a little bit. And while that's cooking, I'm going to help myself to some cheese. We have Trader Joe's Gouda cheese. Okay, let's go ahead and give it a little mix. Well, shoot, that was pretty good. And now for dessert, we have some chocolate covered cherries. You have to have a little sweet treat after dinner. Always, always. These things are incredible. And tonight for tea, I brought some lemon ginger. Alright, time to brush my teeth, and then I'm going to get cozy in the tent. It is dreary and cold outside. Somewhere to hide this. This is such a good spot for my bear canister. All right, we're gonna just scooter on down there. Perfect. Okay, just in case, I'm going to put my backpack in a garbage bag, because if it starts raining, I don't want to have to wake up and do that, so I'm going to put it in a garbage bag and then put it in this little area of my tent. Okay, and before climbing into the tent for the night, I'm going to fortify these rocks with even more rocks because the wind is blowing and I just don't want to have to deal with it in the middle of the night. I want to make sure I'm secure and hunkered down. All right, I feel like that's good. Let's go ahead and cozy into the tent, but first, wow, look at this view. Okay, I've got my long johns on. I'm going to put my fleece on as well. Oh, it's only 7:57 and it's still light out, so I'm going to hang out with the front door of the tent open and read my book. Yes, I brought this big book. I mean, I knew I wasn't hiking a ton of miles today, so might as well bring a luxury item like a heavy book. Admittedly, I don't know if camping while still feeling under the weather was the best idea. Definitely still feeling sick. But I mean, on the bright side, I have a simple 3-mile hike out tomorrow. Not bad at all. And I hope this video shows you that backpacking is a broad term. And there are so many different ways you can do it. And if you want to do 20 miles in 2 days and hike a 14er all in that one trip, do it. If you want to simply hike a mile in, camp overnight, wake up, have a slow morning, and then walk back out, that is still backpacking. You know, backpack at your own pace in whatever way feels good for you. The point is that you're connecting with nature and you're doing something for yourself. And yeah, sometimes it's just really nice to have these little leisure backpacking trips. Okay, feeling really cold, probably because I'm sick. Like I'm just really cold. So I am gonna boil some water and make a nice little hot water bottle for myself to sleep with tonight. Now, if you are cooking anything next to your tent, just be so careful you don't catch anything on fire. Yeah, I'm just really cold right now. Yeah, and I think I'm just like feeling uncomfortable. Dang it. And I think I'm just feeling uncomfortable because I'm sick, and I want to try to make tonight as comfortable as possible for me. And the thing is, if you are cold and you're sitting in your sleeping bag and you're feeling cold, chances are you're probably not going to warm up, because a sleeping bag doesn't generate heat. It conserves heat. It insulates you. And so like the best thing to do is to either get yourself warm with like a heating pad, or in my case, a hot water bottle. And if that's not an option, maybe get up and do some jumping jacks without sweating too much, because you don't want to get wet, but you just want to get your blood pumping. This sleeping bag's rated for 0 degrees, but I just think I'm sick and I'm not really not feeling well, and yeah. All right, the water is boiling hot. Be careful, do not spill on yourself. Definitely use, if you're doing this, use the lid to help you pour. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I should have brought medicine. I don't know why I didn't bring NyQuil. That was really silly of me, actually. Now seal this up. Wipe down any wet from it. Make sure nothing's coming out of this. Ow. And good thing we did, because it's leaking. You do that before putting it in your bag. Oh, that is so much better. Oh man. That is exactly what I needed. Yeah, okay, this is nice. This is better. Warm water bottle here to save the day once again. You know, I like camping. I like being outside. I like being in nature, but I'm of the mindset that there's really no point in suffering if you don't have to, you know? You know, why be cold if you don't have to? Okay, well, I think I'm going to sign off here with you for the night. I will see you in the morning. Good night.
Good morning.
It is
8:14. Oh, wow. What a beautiful view to wake up to. Oh my goodness. Feeling pretty congested this morning and last night, and I kept snoring myself awake. And I think I'm snoring because I'm sick. So that's kind of funny. I'm feeling okay. Don't have anywhere to be. Not in a rush this morning, so we can wake up as slow as I need to and have some breakfast and coffee. Oh, there's a little pika up early in the morning to greet me. Hey, little buddy. Bear canister untouched. I am so excited for breakfast this morning. I'm trying something I've never tried before. So for breakfast this morning, I have a bag of frosted mini wheats and some dried milk powder. I'm gonna pour the milk powder into this bag, pour it with water, mix it a little bit, eat the cereal, and then use the liquid that's left over as creamer for my coffee. Because I usually have cream with my coffee, but when I'm backpacking, I don't bring creamer. So let's see how this works. Pour some of this in here, a little more water. Wow, looks like milk to me. Shake it around a little bit. Let's give it a taste test. Yeah, that's really good. All right, let's make some coffee. That is a mighty fine cup of coffee, if I do say so myself. That is delicious. It feels pretty nice to have a morning of camping where I'm not rushing to get anywhere. I don't have to pack up camp for a little bit. I can just sit here and enjoy the view. I've just been relaxing on this rock for a little bit, reading my book. It's been quite lovely. I'm sitting here thinking about my plans. So I was dropped off at this location and my ride wouldn't be available to pick me up until 2 p.m.-ish. and it's 9 a.m. right now, so that's quite a ways away. And admittedly, physically, I'm feeling pretty bad. I'm feeling pretty sick. So I think what I might try to do is I might try to hike back to the trailhead that I was dropped off, and maybe hitchhike to an area which is a gas station, but also there's a restaurant and just places to hang out for people coming through. Would be a great place for me to maybe get some medicine at least. And I've never hitchhiked before, so that would be that would be something new. That would be a new adventure. All right, let's go ahead and pack everything up. These little tracks, those are squirrel tracks. This is either someone's dog or a coyote. I would imagine a coyote just because of how long the nails are. No clouds in sight today. Some ducks diving for food this morning. You know, it's pretty toasty out this morning. I think I'm gonna stop and go for a little swim. That was a perfect pit stop. I almost feel like I got a shower. Alright, we are gonna see if we can hitchhike our way to a gas station. Okay. What I think I'm gonna do is just stand here by the road and wait to see if anyone drives by. Pretty close to the parking lot, but... Oh, here comes someone now. We'll see. Might drive by. I was hoping to go to the Mobile and Lee Vining. If it's not on your way, don't.
Wife's a little concerned about hitchhikers.
Oh,
like,
totally.
Female.
No, but I totally get that. That's very valid.
Yeah.
My boyfriend's supposed to pick me up at 2 p.m. and I didn't really want to wait without service until 2 p.m. But if you're uncomfortable, don't worry about it.
Once you hear it, mount the camper. So we'll throw your gear in the back.
Oh.
We'll throw you here between me and my daughter.
Totally. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You'll catch more rides if we get you to pavement.
Totally. I'm Emmy. Oh my goodness. Hi. Hi. I'm Emmy. Ooh, hi.
My wife watches a lot of the murder shows. And my
Wow,
we just
yeah.
picked up hitchhiker Emmy after having some hitchhikers.
This is a beautiful rig.
This is full circle. Thank you.
Yeah.
Emmy's awesome.
I totally get it. It is different when you have a kid, though.
It's a different world these days too.
I mean, I've never picked up a hitchhiker.
No, we
you for trusting
Thanks
me.
for being a sweet soul that pushed my wife's bounds of comfort.
But still,
Yeah.
maybe still
still stay
have those
accomplished.
walls up. Yes.
Yeah.
Bye, Gracie. Bye.
Safe travels.
Oh, thank you so much.
No
I
worries.
really appreciate it.
Hey, you're a young lady. Always follow your instincts. They're normally correct. The first ones.
Truly.
Yeah. Got it.
All right. Thank you
Nothing
so
else?
much.
Good?
No, all
All right.
good. Have a good one.
One cheese, pepperoni, and barbecue chicken.
Could I do one barbecue chicken and one pepperoni? So I don't know how much I caught of that on video. I don't know. I feel nervous recording around people, especially if they're like letting me come into their car. The dad was really psyched to pick me up. The mom was nervous. I guess she watches a lot of true crime. And so she was nervous. So originally they were just gonna take me to the closest pavement road, which I was totally fine with. And then after I had been in the car for a little bit, they decided I wasn't a murderer and that they would take me all the way to the gas station, which was so nice. So if by chance that family is watching, thank you. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the kindness of strangers, and I will definitely be paying this forward. So thank you. Just got word on my Garmin that my ride is on its way. I've just been hanging out, reading my book, sipping some coffee, took a little nap. That was nice. Well, I have made it home, so I'm gonna sign off here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed that video, share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one.